Buenos dias, good morning. I hope you are well, staying positive and focused on what you can control. My name is Patricia Mota, and I am currently serving as President and CEO for the Hispanic Alliance for Career Enhancement, a national nonprofit organization whose mission since 1982 is to positively impact workplaces by cultivating the pipeline of Latino talent, providing Latinx the insight, access, and development to be successful in their careers. Welcome to Cafecito con HACE. This year, we're excited to bring you a new look, new guests, new co-hosts, and excited for you to join us this morning and every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. Central Time. And happy Black History Month to all of our community members in the Black community. We see you, we celebrate you this month and beyond, and we look forward to continuing to engage, especially our Black Latino community members as we feature you, engage you throughout this year and beyond. This year, our theme at HACE is HACE Más for your career, HACE Más for Latinx talent, HACE Más to lead. And so we'll be talking about that throughout the year. And a couple of announcements. If you haven't seen already, we have launched and opened the registration for our 40th anniversary celebration for our National Leadership Summit that takes place on April 21st and 22nd. So if you haven't seen that information, please go to the website. You're looking for your next career opportunity. Tomorrow, it's not too late to register. We have a recruitment event featuring Johnson & Johnson, Estella's, and Merck. Again, that's taking place tomorrow, so please go to the website if you're looking for your next career opportunity. So much more to share, but we'll talk about it as I have a conversation with our special guest this morning, who is Damien Delgado, and he's one of our newest team members at HACE, so it's always great to be able to feature our colleagues so that you can get to know who's leading the HACE mission on the team. Damien, good morning.
Good morning, Patricia, and it's great to be here today.
Thank you for joining us. You know, Damien, the first question we start off with for Cafecito con HACE is, how do you like your cafecito or your morning beverage of choice?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm definitely rocking the Cafecito HACE mug here today. And actually, so, of course, us Cubans, we love our coffee. So I actually learned from my mom how to actually make stovetop cafecito. Just like my grandmother and my great-grandmother before her were making it, which was a real treat for this.
Awesome. And you did that for yourself this morning?
Oh, yeah. I did a nice little quick thing this morning. Hit it with a little Cafe Bustelo, of course, and it was a lot of fun being able to learn that and, really being able to pick up, especially some of these traditions involving like food and coffee and making these things and whatnot. So it was a good time.
Awesome. Those of you tuning in, would love to hear from you. Share in the comments. This is an opportunity to network with those joining in as well. So definitely leverage that opportunity. Good morning, Anna. Good morning, everyone tuning in from all over. And so speaking of culture and backgrounds, Damien, share with our audience in terms of your cultural background, your professional background, how you got to joining us on the HACE team.
Yeah, so of course, both of my parents are from Cuba. They left Cuba in the 1960s, right around when Fidel Castro took power, as a result, I would say for a long time, my understanding of Hispanic heritage had been complicated by such an event, but as I grew older and I better understood my roots and where I come from, I better understood that, being Hispanic, being Latino is so much more than a singular event. It's steeped in the culture. It's embedded in our history and so much more than that. And, having that opportunity to really come full circle and work for such an incredible organization like HACE and being able to give back to the community that I'm proud to be part of is truly an incredible adventure. And in terms of my professional background, life takes you in really incredible directions, I would say. For a long time, I thought I would be going into campaign work in the political arena. Um, I eventually moved through the National School Boards Association and went into their strategic partnership department. I had an opportunity, of course, to come here to this incredible organization and work with the partnership team, and I couldn't pass up that opportunity, especially one to serve my community.
Awesome. Well, we're excited and thrilled to have you to really bringing in partnerships and our partners. These are employers that are seeking to recruit, retain, develop their Latino and diverse talents. And so, such an exciting time to be in this work. I mean, it's always been part of US's mission and core, and we're excited to have you, Damien, on board to really help us grow this area. And so, for those of you tuning in, please share your background, your culture, any fellow Cuban Americans or Cubanos, right, that are joining us. We want to hear from you as well. We love that when we have Cafecito con HACE, we can celebrate the diversity of what our U.S. Hispanic Latinx cohort represents, and that's so much and so diverse. Buenos dias, Edgar. Good for you to join us as always. We talked about the theme, Damien, a bit earlier in terms of hace más for your career, hace más for Latino talent, hace más to lead. So this means hace más means to do more and that means different things to different people, right? So what does it mean for you? What first comes to mind when you hear of this theme?
That's a great question. And for me, what stands out the most is that it's a statement of action. That it's not enough to be able to just talk about and and things along those lines in terms of supporting the Latino community. It's about getting out there and supporting now. It means that especially corporations, associations, nonprofits with missions that intersect themselves naturally with the Hispanic and Latino community, within this country and worldwide. It's time to step up for all of us to do our part. The Hispanic and Latino community is one of the fastest growing communities in this country, and not enough is being done to support that community. But there can be more to be done, and that's one of the most exciting pieces. There's no better time than the present to be able to step up and have each one of us do our part.
Yeah, I love the action piece, right? We've got to take action. One example of that is we are launching our professional leadership programs for the spring. Mujeres de HACE, which is our women's leadership program, our emerging leaders program. That deadline is on March 1st. So this is an example. Perhaps it's you yourself that's considering looking for development opportunities that you want to apply, or if you're an employer and looking to engage your talent through this opportunity, please visit our website. That's a way of taking action when it comes to doing more for your career, doing more for our talents. So Damien, tell us more about your role as you connect with asset partners and something that I, of course, am so passionate about. What are some of the key things that you're seeing of value to them as we continue in this DEI journey and as they're setting when I say DEI, let me say diversity, equity, and inclusion priorities and goals, but also that includes their talent acquisition and recruiting goals?
Yeah, great question. So the beautiful part of my job is that I get to more than anything be a storyteller. I get to be someone who helps bridge important channels between ASE and corporations, nonprofits, and associations inside the country and internationally. It is an incredible mission, an incredible opportunity. And more than anything, the companies of today really understand more than anything else that these partnerships are not only bringing long-term value from a marketing standpoint, but being able to build important intersections within these diverse communities that make up their own organizations. So it's a beautiful opportunity for me to tell the story of ASE in a way that makes sense for 21st century corporate partnership building, which goes well beyond just slapping your logo on something, standing behind a coffee station. It's thought leadership oriented.
Mm-hmm.
It's really making sure that that organizations through these partnerships are finding true ROI, finding true value, and that more than anything else, that they're there to work with you to serve the membership. And that's what we're all here for. And that's the mission that truly gets me excited.
That is awesome. Buenos dias. Thank you, Damien, for that. Thank you, Anid, for the comments. We appreciate the engagement, and you all are part of this mission. You all are part of this movement. So, is there someone that you need to tag or share or get involved with our cafecitos or hace throughout the year? Please do. We want to hear from you. What action are you going to take to do more? Vamos a hacer más juntos, right? To do more together. And so we're super excited to engage everyone throughout this process. Damien, you talked a little bit about, being able to connect with talent, but I love that you said that they're just not, putting a logo somewhere and saying we're supporting that, but it's more about being intentional in terms of how are we going to engage this audience? How are we going to intentionally recruit and engage this audience? And so there's so many ways of going about that, but one of the ways that I'm most proud of this year in particular are all of the support we receive from our partners for students. This year, because of its HACE's 40th anniversary, right, we're going to be able to award 40 students with scholarships, $2,500 scholarships. The application is open now, and I think this is one example that our partners have gone truly beyond with us this year to say we're going to help you with dollars amount, to be able to contribute to students, because this is our future workforce, right? And so on that note, Damien, why is it important to employers to partner with organizations like HACE to make sure that they're doing this intentional work? And how do we continue to challenge that our partners do more?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. Simply put, diverse organizations are stronger organizations. And that's more than just simply hiring high quality Latino talent, hiring high quality African American talent, and talent from all minority groups. It's about ensuring that they have the leadership skills so that those individuals within their organizations continue to grow, continue to flourish, and really help to steer the helm of these organizations. And that's what HACE does best. We truly are in many ways the one-stop shop in terms of ensuring that Latino talent is heard, that Latino talent moves into leadership positions, and has a seat at the table when it comes to really changing the direction for our community, which is so vital. So it's just incredibly important that when organizations partner with HACE, that they understand more than anything else that we really are going to help you in all phases of your development. We're going to help you to plug in those pipelines into important Latino talent all around the country. We're going to help promote the Latino talent within your organization to ensure they take those leadership roles. But lastly, we're also going to make sure that the great work that these organizations are doing within the Latino community is understood, and that your organization is positioned as a partner and not a vendor of these communities, which is just incredibly crucial.
Incredibly crucial. And those of you tuning in, you may not know that Damien's one of our newest team members. Damien, can I share? About 30 days, over 30 days. So I want to give you kudos for joining us on Cafecito. We do this we love doing this to our new employees so that not only we can feature you and so that our audience knows who is part of the HACE staff that's doing the hard work day in and day out, but also presents a good opportunity to get to know what our individual staff members are doing. Those of you tuning in, if you have any questions, you have any comments, we want to hear from you. This is the intent of our Cafecito con HACE, is not only to have our featured guests, but ensure that we're engaging you, that you're leveraging this opportunity to do some virtual networking. We have a nice welcome for Damien from some of our guests. Thank you, Isabel, for the nice comment there, and all of you joining in. We want to hear any questions that you have as we continue the conversation with the few minutes that we have left. And so, Damien, what else can you share with our audience in terms of your first days at HACE? Anything that stand out in general that you want to share?
Absolutely. And one of the things that became, clear to me right off the bat is how passionate these partnerships are, how passionate the organizations we work with are in terms of working with HACE and wanting to make meaningful change within their organizations, really helping to support the Latino communities that we're all a part of. And that's one of the most important thing I would love to be able to stress, especially about our corporate partners, that, more than anything else, they truly do want to be partners and not just vendors to these communities. And they really show it through the incredible partnerships that we build, highly customized partnerships, ones that are really focused on all levels of impact for a lot of these organizations. And if I can stress one thing, it's once again saying "hace más." This is the year of action. There's no more greater time than now to be able to step up and to help support these Latino communities. We're showing it with our partnerships. We're continuing to grow the partnerships that we have. There's never been a more exciting time to work for these organizations, and I'm blessed to be here.
Awesome. We're blessed to have you, Damien. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Those of you listening in, hace más for your career. If you're looking for that next career opportunity, leverage HACE's resources, our career job board, the upcoming recruitment events that we have, such as the one tomorrow with Estella's, with Merck, and with Johnson & Johnson. That's one of our newest partners. Amazing people and leaders that want to get to know you. If you're, hace más for talents, looking for professional development opportunities, we have our Mujeres de HACE Women's Leadership Program, our Emerging Leaders. That deadline's taking place in March 1st. And doing more for talents and to lead is helping with our scholarships. Again, we are awarding 40 students from across the nation a $2,500 scholarship. And so please help us spread the word. Whether it's your son or daughter, whether you're part of a university, you want to help us get the word out. Not only will these students, have this amazing opportunity, but also to engage with us and everything that we do for college students throughout the year. So make sure that you're getting them to apply. And, we always like to wrap up making sure that we're sharing a positive story on a positive note. Please continue to engage with us. We know we like to also instill some inspiration throughout these conversations. So Damien, what are you most hopeful for, or a positive story that gives you hope for this year?
Yeah, I would say more than anything else, a big part of this year for me was starting my work with HACE, and my journey to get here, I would truly in many ways define as betting on myself. And, 2 years into a pandemic, I would say everyone across the country is feeling more isolated than ever. Each one of us are dealing with our own challenges, but this is the best year if I could pass on one message to everyone, to really bet on yourself, reach a little further for your goals, help to make meaningful impact. I'm so lucky that I was able to truly bet on myself, especially heading into this year. And really, I end up with an incredible organization such as HACE, being able to really help to serve my community in a meaningful way. And that's the one message I would pass on to everyone watching.
Take the leap and bet on yourself, right? That's what we're hearing. We're encouraging you to leverage this year, to leverage HACE to support you on meeting that goal, taking that leap, meeting with a mentor or getting a mentor, meeting with a coach, whatever that is for you. Look to HACE to support you, but take the action, right? I think that's the key message for today is you have to take action. We appreciate all the comments. Thank you, Isabel, all of you all for engaging with us this morning. Again, share. We want to see you on a weekly basis. And thank you, Damien, for joining us today. Thank you, all of you, for joining us. Y hasta la próxima. Until next time.
Thank you.
Bye.